Welcome and what is up there everybody, this is Casper with Casper Crypto, and in today's video we're going to be going over some huge Dogecoin news that just came out, and they also involve Mark Cuban, just a little sneak peek. But along with that, we're also going to be taking a look at Dogecoin and how it's going to be looking to move in the next few hours and the next few days, taking a look at the technical side of it using technical analysis and charts. So before we get into the video, I'd really appreciate you guys could smash that like button down below and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys have not yet. I'd really appreciate it a ton, and let's get right into it. So taking a look at the total crypto market right now, the market is not doing too well. As you can see, the market is down sub 1.3 trillion, down about 13.3% just today, which is absolutely massive. It's like seeing the stock market crash 13% in a day. Like, that's extremely hard to see, and it's not too common, you know. But as you can see, Bitcoin is one of the leading coins that are dropping, and it's causing the rest of the other coins to drop. Usually, when Bitcoin burns, all the other altcoins burn, and they burn several multiples of what Bitcoin falls. So as you can see, Ethereum's down 15%, Binance Coin's down 50%, Cardano 14%, XRP. But out of all of them, the one that's down the most is unfortunately Dogecoin. And we're going to be going over exactly why Dogecoin is actually one of the biggest ones, the ones that are the most in the red today, going over that in the news and the technical side of that. But if we take a look at the charts, we can see in the last 7 days, we've just basically had a steady decline in Dogecoin. We're currently at about 19.6 cents. And if we take a look just 1 week back, we were at about 33 cents per Dogecoin. So we've had one heck of a slip off the edge right here, if you want to call that. But basically, in the majority of the fall has happened in the last day. So if we look at the last day, we went from about 28 cents per Dogecoin, 28 cents, down to at the lowest point around 19 cents per Dogecoin. So a massive 9-cent drop within 24 hours. That's crazy. Dogecoin is just dropping like crazy, and we're going to be going over exactly why in the news section, which we'll head into right now. The main news that I want to discuss with you guys is Mark Cuban about valuing Dogecoin. He goes on to talk a lot about important information about Dogecoin. But before we get into it, I'd like to preface it with the majority of the reason, at least from my perspective, the reason why a lot of cryptos are falling, not just Dogecoin, are because of the PBOC instructing China banks to stop all cryptocurrency related activities immediately. So basically in China, they're not able to trade cryptocurrencies, mine cryptocurrencies, anything like that. They've just been shutting them down. And I think they're shooting themselves in the foot because crypto is huge. It's like the internet in the 1990s. So we'll see how this goes, but hopefully this won't have that big of an impact, even though it already has. So we'll see how this plays out, but this is just one of the major news I'd like you guys to take a look at. But let's get back into Mark Cuban, him talking about Dogecoin, because this is actually pretty important. He gives you a lot of insight about how his basically mind works about thinking about crypto and specifically Dogecoin. So Mark Cuban, the billionaire owner of the Dallas Mavericks, recently tweeted and blogged about Dogecoin and investing in cryptocurrencies. According to Yahoo Finance, Cuban wrote, "There is an incredible amount of competition, so much in fact, many if not most will not work. They will not get enough users or generate enough fees to succeed. Crypto is brutally competitive." So I don't know if he's trying to direct this towards Dogecoin or anything, but I think Dogecoin's here to stay. We've got so much mass support behind Dogecoin. We've got developers working on the project. We got smart contracts coming. We got Elon Musk literally launching a rocket of a Dogecoin to the moon, literally into space. So I don't see how Dogecoin's gonna like disappear and fade away. I think Dogecoin's here to stay. But if we take a look at what Mark Cuban says here, he went on to say, all other things being equal, I'm taking crypto every time. So in the end, he says basically, whatever I said here, yeah, crypto's a little competitive, actually very competitive, but I love crypto and I'll take it every time. But however, in Cuban's tweet that I'm still wondering about, on June 13th, the billionaire wrote, "Crypto businesses make more sense than you think, and valuing tokens is easier and makes more sense than you think. They're just businesses like any other, with a few huge advantages." And I don't disagree with that cryptos have huge advantages over traditional businesses. And I won't even call them businesses, I call them projects, right? And then a big supporter of Dogecoin, Cuban, believes that it's easy to value the coin and the business behind it. Is he right? let's see exactly what he has to say about it. So this I highly recommend you pay attention to, because it's actually pretty interesting how he thinks about crypto and how we could actually go ahead and value it. So I'm not going to bore you with all this with all the specifics and information, but I want to go over the most important parts with you guys. So are you investing in because he basically goes on to say, are you investing because of some YouTube video or some TikTok video you saw? He basically says, or a friend that told you. He doesn't want people thinking investing based on what they hear from other people. But that's literally how the entire investing space works. If you look at the stock market, the crypto market, everything, that's basically how everything works for the majority, the mass amount of retail buyers. That's how it works. They see a bunch of people promoting some coin, they go with that coin. They see people shilling SafeMoon, they buy SafeMoon. They could lose a lot of money though from that. But basically what he wants people to do is actually do their homework and find out more information about the companies and see if it's something you agree with and believe in. So they go on to say exactly what kind of strategies they use. But here we can actually see how can a DCF model be used to find intrinsic value for Dogecoin tokens. A LinkedIn article in 2018 with some clues, including a formula. So this actually want you guys to take a look at. So because I'm not a DCF expert, not even close, I can't say if the author's arguments are worth their weight in gold or coal dust. However, the author surely believes that all things can be solved through mathematics. Thinks you could derive the value of Dogecoin through mathematics, which I think, hey, it's an interesting take, it's an interesting perspective. And they'll be able to value Dogecoin right down to the penny, according to this DCF valuation analysis. And he says, I suppose it's possible, but given how little is known about the factors of influence a crypto's utility, I have a tough time believing that this is the case. But Cuban still thinks, hey, it's possible. So basically they go on to say how Dogecoin's evaluation isn't too simple, how it's shot up like 8,000%, how other coins also shot up like hundreds of percents, and they have a lot of support behind them. Like you can't value Elon Musk supporting Dogecoin, right? And Elon Musk talking about Dogecoin, Elon Musk accepting Dogecoin at Tesla, all that kind of stuff is hard to value in numerically, but he still thinks that it's a possibility and that numbers can come into play in valuing coins. So that's pretty interesting. I thought I'd share it with you guys. But now let's get into the technical analysis, seeing where Dogecoin could be heading in the next few hours and in the next few days. So getting started, we want to take a look at this massive head and shoulders pattern that we've been forming since about the mid of April, about the middle of April. And since then, we basically had the shoulder, head, and shoulder, and the neckline right on this red trend line, as you can see. If we fall below that trend line, what it often signals is that, hey, we're dropping, the head and shoulders is about to fulfill. And as you can see, we did have a massive drop below this neckline right here. We had a drop here, a very short-term drop, rebound, and then we dropped down below, and then we've had a steady decline. I was like, hey, what's going on here? Because we're not having a lot of volume or selling pressure showing up, especially in the volume bars. But today, this morning, oh man, we've had this massive spike of volume that we haven't seen in quite a while, to be honest. And the price shot down by like 30% within the span of a few hours. So Dogecoin is on a significant move downwards, but how low can it go? We're going to be identifying the exact points where Dogecoin could be stopping very, very soon in terms of price, where it could be a good area to buy it at. So if you take a look at this Fibonacci retracement, this is just one of the ways you can take a look at like psychological levels where people tend to buy and sell. We just passed and broke really quickly through that 1.68 level, which would have been a potential support area, about the 22 to 23 cent area. However, we just did not. Dogecoin's like, you know what, I don't care, and it dropped right down below. So the next Fibonacci retracement support would be right around the 9 to 10 cent area, which I think that's worst case scenario where it could be heading. I mean, obviously it could drop down lower, obviously not in the negatives, but it could drop down lower for sure. But I think that this could be another area of support, and it would be a good place to buy in some more Dogecoin. I just want to preface this also saying this is not financial advice. These videos are just for educational entertainment purposes only. But what I'm personally doing is I'm holding a little bit of cash on the side, and I'm waiting for a very good opportunity when we could see a bottom out, and then I would be probably buying up Dogecoin if we were to fall down here. Not saying we will, but if we would, 10-cent Dogecoin, I think we could definitely hit $1 Dogecoin by the end of the year. And considering the bull run is not over, so that'd be a 10x return within the span of like 6 months. So absolutely crazy returns are possible with these dips. So it's good to take it in a positive way, not a negative way. But yeah, basically that's like the lower level we could hit. But we also need to consider other points of support and resistance that we've had in the past. So another place we could stop in between these Fibonacci retracements is right around the 14 to 15 cent area. That's a support, that's a resistance level that we had back in April 14th of 2021. And we had another support area that we had about the same time frame at around 10 and a half cents to 11 cents Dogecoin. So those are like the next spots I'd be looking to buy Dogecoin at. Not saying that not saying it can't bounce like right here. Like this is going to be the lowest point and it's going to just shoot up from there. Well, it's definitely not going to go up that fast, but that's just some potential places I'd be looking to buy at. Not financial advice, of course. Please do your own research and your own due diligence. But those are just the spots I'd be looking to buy at. And yeah, that's basically what we got going on with Dogecoin. It could still drop. It could just rebound from here. But those are like the price targets I'd be looking to buy at. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate you guys to smash that like button down below. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.